Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be discussing about how to register a company in Israel. The online procedure for company registration in Israel is as follows. In order to apply, you have to log in using your smart card or on my government website. Select the option of register a new company, and third, complete the following steps. The first step is to apply for the company's name. Before selecting a name for your company, certain considerations must be kept in mind, which are as follows. The name complies with the provisions of the law. The name does not hurt the public feelings and does not violate public morality. The name is in Hebrew, but it has English letters. The trademark name should not be existing in the same field of the business, or the name should not be misleading. You are required to give 3 name options to the registrar in case a name already exists or is found incorrect by law. The name should be listed in the order of preference. Accordingly, they will be checked in the order. The discretion to select the name out of the 3 options provided in the application lies with the registrar. Whether a name has already been selected can be checked by typing the desired name of the company in the corporation name field on the corporation's website. You have the option to add the name in English. Such translation must be either phonetic or a literal translation. The use of lowercase letters and invalid letters is invalid. The official address of the company must be provided. It must be noted that a mailbox cannot be used as an official company address. You are required to provide details of the company, which include the responsibilities of the shareholders, the goals of the company, and the description of the company's operations. Information about the capital composition of the company, including the specifications of the shares with or without the face value, currency type, share types, and the amount of registered capital. The identification type, such as the director or the shareholders, has to be mentioned. If you are a foreign corporation or a foreign citizen, then additional documents have to be attached along with the verification forms and signatures. You are also required to allot the shares in the whole numbers to the shareholders up to the total registered capital. Along with the shareholders, you are also required to choose the role and the type of identification. The articles of incorporation shall be prepared according to the registration application and details specified as. You need to specify the provisions in the articles of association according to section 175 of the company's law. This option is availed instead of attaching a balance sheet. If option yes is selected for all the options, then there is no need to attach a balance sheet. The process of transferring shares can be specified here, such as without the approval of the board of directors. You have the option to insert your own restrictions. Further, select the option yes to add the relevant section to the articles. Provisions regarding restrictions on legal actions and authorized signatories can also be specified. You have the option of adding additional instructions in this section in addition to the mandatory clauses. Second step involves furnishing the contact information. The contact information of the smart card holders along with the required details has to be entered. All updates with respect to the status of the application and the consequent decisions shall be sent via email. Third step involves obtaining the approval of the application. For the approval of the application, you are required to pay the registration fee or attach an online company registration fee document. The payment for the form can be made either by the applicant itself or by the lawyer or by a company shareholder. After completing all the above mentioned steps, the documents of the articles of association and application documents are generated and shown. You are required to check the particulars of the documents and confirm the information on both the documents. If you are a director or a shareholder or both, then a declaration relevant to your position will be generated, which you are supposed to approve. In case you are registering as a sole proprietorship company as a director and a shareholder, then accordingly, shareholders and directors' declarations will be generated, and you are required to approve them both as a director and as a shareholder. The fourth step involves furnishing the details of the signatories. If you are registering a company that is not an individual company, then the shareholders and directors must be informed about the details provided as shareholders and directors of the company. All the shareholders and directors are required to enter My Government accounts and approve their relevant declarations. You have to ensure that the emails of the shareholders and directors are registered, as the notification from the company's registry will be sent to these emails regarding the registration process. It is your responsibility or the responsibility of the person who has initiated the application process to update the position of the directors and shareholders whose details have been entered in the application. If you are not a shareholder and editing the application, then only the details of the entered directors and shareholders will appear. On the other hand, if you are a director or a shareholder, your details will not be reflected because your approval will be completed during this process. Fifth step includes payment of the applicable fee. You are required to pay the appropriate registration fee or attach an online company registration fee. The payment of the registration fee can be made by the applicant, director, or a shareholder of the company. The payment can be made online or attached to an online generated payment receipt. Refrain from attaching the receipt of payment by mail or receipt of payment with corrections made by hand. While creating the form, the application will be logged for further changes. You are required to submit only original documents in the official language unless otherwise stated. Thereafter, the application, articles and declarations will be forwarded to the relevant parties for their signatures. The directors and shareholders are required to open their corporation's online account, and the details of the application will appear under the tab waiting for your attention under the status of company registration as pending signatures. You are supposed to select the option of signature pen to go to the online signature declaration screen. It contains the text of the articles of incorporation, the text of the application for registration of a company, a declaration of shareholders, and a declaration of directors. All the signatories, both the directors and shareholders, are supposed to read and approve the company's articles of association document and the company's registration application document. It must be noted that you are required to complete the application filing process, include the signing of the declaration within a period of 10 days, failing which the application will be cancelled and you will have to open a new application again. Sixth step involves issuing the certificate of registration. After the form has been signed by all the signatories, the application is forwarded to the Registrar of Companies for examination purposes. The applicant and the signatories are notified via email. The processing time taken by the Registrar is 3 working days. Generally, almost half of the applications are processed on the same day. Once the examination is completed, you will be sent at least one of the following: A. A letter of rejection, or B. A certificate of registration that is electronically signed along with a company file that includes the registration documents. Either of these 2 documents will be sent to all the signatories, the applicant, and to the email of the company if there exists one. If the request is rejected, you have the option to get it corrected online on your personal account by selecting the option Refuse to continue. The legal status of the company changes to active once approval is granted to the application. Thereafter, you can proceed towards opening a file for the company at the tax authority to open a VAT file and an income tax file. For more such information, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.